Live from the Sheraton Hotel and presented by the world-famous El Macombo, it's the third installment of the Live Music Industry Awards, a unique celebration of the best in the Canadian live music business.
Thanks so much. I am Paul Schaefer, and thank you once again, my fellow Canadians, for inviting me to host these Live Music Industry Awards for the second straight year, and I'm thrilled to be here again. I had a great time last year, and I've learned that one thing in music, and that is you don't know whether you did a good job unless they demand an encore, so thank you for having me again for my second year. Oh, you don't have to do that, but I love when you do. There is no gig like a home gig, they tell me, and they also tell me that the people who loved you first are the people that loved you best. And as a musician, they say that the places you first feel alive are the places you first played live. And maybe that's why, because when I walk into the Fort William Gardens up in Thunder Bay, Ontario, I finally feel alive. Because when I was a kid, every Saturday night, we had a gig with my band, and they would put plywood down on the ice and erect a stage. You know what I'm talking about, in the hockey arena up there. Freezing cold, kids dancing with parkas on and sweaters underneath. And that's why, to this day, that's why I could stand the cold temperatures in David Letterman's studio. It was nothing compared to that Fort William Gardens. Anyway, I was there, I started, it's a straight line, really, from a hockey arena, a stage on a hockey arena, to playing behind Bruce Springsteen on the David Letterman NBC finale. If I hadn't done one, I would never have been able to do the other. Speaking of which, have you seen Dave Letterman's new beard? There is not a rabbi anywhere who doesn't come up to him and say, now there's a beard. Now that's a beard. And I'm happy to report to this industry crowd that the beard has its own agent now, so we can all relax. But I digress. The message I want to impart to everybody today is that live is still alive. And you can create, yes, indeed, live events. Because you can create great music in a studio, but you create experiences of a lifetime on stage, and you give energy to the audience, and the audience gives it back, pays it back to you with interest. And that's what live is all about. I'm telling you, take it from me, a guy who has seen in Las Vegas both Nat King Cole and Prince. I saw them both in Vegas at different times, of course. Nat wore the corset a little better. Otherwise, same thing, a love fest between the audience and the performer. This kind of thing is life-changing. It's life-changing to see a great show, and I'm telling you something, it's life-changing to give a good show, too. Last year, I was on, oh, wait a minute. They're playing, my phone is ringing. It's my ringtone. For those of you in SoCan, I just made 3 cents. I told you never to call me here. All right. Last year I did my first tour that I had done the first time I ever went on the road, 1980, with the Blues Brothers. And then I was spoiled, in New York doing studio work until last year, my first tour in 30 years with the band from Letterman, the world's most dangerous band. I'm back from that tour to tell you something, and that is that the relationship between those of us who make the sound and those of us who hear the sound still survives and thrives. And we are here today to celebrate that thriving relationship and the passionate, tireless people behind the stage who keep things organized so that we can go nuts on the stage. We respect them, we thank them, and that's why we're here to award them today. And you can look no further, you only have to look at the fact that one of our sponsors is the mecca of live music here in Toronto, the good old El Macombo Club, which will soon rise again. The club opened up when I was at U of T studying. I used to be there all the time. I remember one of the greatest shows I ever saw, Wayne Cochran and the CC Riders with Jaco Pastorius on bass, right there at the El Macombo. And also, who can forget the live Rolling Stones? Recorded live at the El Macombo, when Ronnie Wood went up to the mic and said, "Hello, Margaret, all right?" Everybody, I'm sure, remembers that. Those were the days. So I want to thank Music Canada Live, and I want to thank Canadian Music Week for giving me the opportunity to share this celebration with you. And the evening is all about folks who keep live alive. So let's get started right now. If you could please direct your attention to the screens.
In the category Small Festival of the Year, 6,000 and under capacity, the winner is Interstellar Rodeo, Edmonton, Alberta, and Ontario Festival of Small Halls, Ottawa, Ontario. In the category Family Program of the Year, the winner is Calgary Stampede, Calgary, Alberta. In the category Green Operations Festival of the Year, the winner is Riverfest Elora, Elora, Ontario. In the category Not-for-Profit Festival of the Year, the winner is Montreal Jazz Festival, Montreal, Quebec.
Well, I want to thank and congratulate, I should say, I want to congratulate all the winners. And now it is time to continue and present the award for Medium Festival of the Year. There will be sub-awards for Seance of the Year and, Medium Size Festival of the Year. And it's sponsored by Mazuka. So let's take a look at the nominees.
In the category Medium Festival of the Year, 6,001 to 15,000 capacity, sponsored by Mazuka. The nominees are Field Trip, Toronto, Indian River Festival, Indian River, PEI, Rifflandia, Victoria, BC, Riverfest Elora, Elora, Ontario, Rockin' River Music Fest, Merritt, BC, Shambhala, Nelson, BC.
Canada has the best names for their venues, do they not? I love it. And the winner is, see what I mean? Field Trip, Toronto, Ontario. Here you are.
Oh, hi, Eric. Come on up with me. I didn't know you were here. Come on. This is Eric. My name's Emmanuel. We're not dating publicly yet. You go ahead.
Okay, thanks very much. That was awesome. I literally just walked in. I apologize for being late. What happened? If we could just start over. I want to acknowledge everybody who works on this. It is beyond a team effort. This one is truly arts and crafts. Aaron Miller, Vanessa Arascott, her whole team, Jasmine Baker, oh my God, Jeffrey Remedios, and their whole team. This is pretty much all Toronto works on this festival. So thanks very much. It's been a super fun bunch of years, and we're going to keep doing it. Take care.
Here to present the next award is the Director of Music Programming for SiriusXM Canada, Mr. Jeff Leake, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, I'm here to present the award for Major Festival of the Year, sponsored by SiriusXM. Please direct your attention to the screens and take a look at the nominees.
In the category Major Festival of the Year, 15,000 plus capacity, sponsored by SiriusXM. The nominees are Boots and Hearts, Oromodante, Ontario, Le Festival d'été de Québec, Quebec City, Faded in the Park, Surrey, BC, Havelock Jamboree, Havelock, Ontario, Osheaga Music and Arts Festival, Montreal, RBC Ottawa Blues Fest, Ottawa.
And the winner of Major Festival of the Year goes to Osheaga Music and Arts Festival, Montreal, Quebec.
You got 30 seconds. There's nothing on the teleprompter. Thank you, really dark room. And we have a huge team that works on Osheaga every year. These are two of the bookers, Pat and Dan, and there's Joelle, not Joelle anymore, sorry, Joelle. Evelyn and Heidi, we miss Joelle. Anyways, there's a big team behind this. It's, I think, 4,000 people work on it on the weekend of the actual event. We really appreciate the support from everybody in this room, agents, sponsors, partners, everybody that's helped us get there along the way. And we hope to be doing it for another 13 years.
Our next award category is Best Teamwork in a Soft Seat Theater. Soft Seat Theater / Performing Arts Center. I'd never heard the term soft seat theater before. I asked my good friend Mike McCarty from SoCan, what does it mean? He said, the seats are soft. So here are the nominees.
The nominees for Best Teamwork in a Soft Seat Theater Performing Arts Center are Arts Center of Edmundston, New Brunswick. Center in the Square, Kitchener, Ontario. Living Arts Center, Mississauga, Ontario. Massey Hall, Toronto, Ontario. National Arts Center, NAC, Ottawa, Ontario. Orpheum Theatre, Vancouver, BC.
The winner is Massey Hall, Toronto, Ontario.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dean, and I am one of the Massey Hall Warriors. Thank you for the award. Not knowing every staff member of every other team, it's difficult to get up here and give proper credit, but as many of you know, I'm relatively new to the live music game, but extraordinarily happy to be here. And I can tell you all, the Massey Hall team is absolutely magic and spellbinding. So this was well placed. We're going away for a couple of years to have a little tender love and care done to the building. And when we come back, I guarantee you all, well, I guarantee you we won't screw it up, but we will be one of the most extraordinary music centers in all of North America, and this team will make that happen. Thank you very much.
We don't take the trophy back, we let you keep it. That's the good thing about winning an award. Well, maybe they inscribe his name on it later. Or give it to me, I brought my penknife. I'll scratch the name right into it. Next, we have the award for Best Teamwork in a Major Club. Let us take a look now at the nominees.
The nominees for Best Teamwork in a Major Club, 1,000 plus capacity are Commodore Ballroom, Vancouver, BC. London Concert Theatre, London, Ontario. London Music Hall, London, Ontario. Phoenix Concert Theatre, Toronto, Ontario. TELUS, Montreal, Quebec. Rebel Entertainment Complex, Toronto, Ontario.
The winner is, ladies and gentlemen, Commodore Ballroom, Vancouver, BC.
Unfortunately, Gord Knights, Alex Fiskasil, Bronwyn, and Ryan Velasquez, the folks that are running this joint on a daily basis, are not with us this year, but they would like to share their sincere thanks for supporting West Coast venues. Thanks very much.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, if I could direct your attention once again to the screens as we continue with our next set of awards.
In the category Best Teamwork in an Arena, the winner is Air Canada Centre, Toronto, Ontario. In the category Best Teamwork in a Medium Club, the winner is Mod Club, Toronto, Ontario. In the category Best Teamwork in a Small Club, the winner is Drake Underground, Toronto, Ontario.
Congratulations to all the winners. Next up is the award for Concert or Club Talent Buyer of the Year. Here are this year's nominees.
Say hello to the robots. The nominees for Concert Club Talent Buyer of the Year are Amy Hershenhorn, Collective Concerts. Ben Perlman, Collective Concerts. Crispin Giles, MRG. Denise Ross, Live Nation. Greg Henderson, Center in the Square. Justin Kwan, MRG. Mark Horton, Sonic Centers.
Your winner is, you got it, Denise Ross, Live Nation.
guys, thanks. This doesn't happen by myself. I may work for a large corporation, but the people inside those walls are so special, and I couldn't do it without them. As well as the people that I'm nominated with, I learned so much from all of them. And I just want to say thanks a lot. This is awesome.
Please welcome Aaron Benjamin, the Executive Director of Music Canada Live.
Thank you, everyone. Now, I actually get to hand out an award. This year, Music Canada Live sponsored a new award. So I am honored to be here to present what we're calling the Music Canada Live Community Impact Award. And now we're going to take a look at the nominees.
In the category Music Canada Live Community Impact Award, sponsored by Music Canada Live, the nominees are Center in the Square, Jam School, Music on Main, Winnipeg Folk Festival.
We really wanted to create an award that would demonstrate a company or organization's ability to impact the community in addition to their work in live music. And I'm so proud to tell you that the first ever winner of the Music Canada Live Community Impact Award is the Winnipeg Folk Festival. Go Jets! It's Chris Freyer here. I don't think he is. Chris Freyer, Lynn Scromata. I will happily accept this on their behalf. Again, everyone, congratulations and have a great rest of your Canadian Music Week. Thank you very much.
Here to present our next award, ladies and gentlemen, and to tell us a little bit about the award, please welcome Leslie Craig, the Vice President of Licensing at SOCAN. Ladies and gentlemen, Leslie Craig.
Hi, everyone. The SOCAN License to Play Award is designed to acknowledge and say thanks to an organization that has faithfully and diligently recognized that paying a fair music license allows music creators and publishers to be fully and rightfully compensated. It represents the mutual respect that music creators and businesses have for each other, and that allows both of them to continue to grow. There are thousands of businesses across Canada that are doing their part by being licensed to play with SOCAN. And this year's winner is a thriving cultural landmark on Queen West in Toronto, and an important hub that's been bringing live music to the local community since the early 80s. So you're going to see a video right now of the winner, which is the Cameron House.
My name is Cosmo Ferraro, and I own and run the Cameron House in Toronto, Ontario. We have shows probably 360 days a year, multiple shows a day. I roughly think I book about 1,000 acts a year. Live music and the Cameron House go hand in hand. It's what we do, it's what we're known for. I think it's what brings people here. We don't get a lot of touring bands, we don't get a lot of out-of-town bands. It's very much people in this community. The same artist will play guitar in 8 different bands that all play here, and half the audience that night will be musicians that are in other bands that play here. It's a very locals and community-centric bar. Having a SOCAN license it's simply part of doing the right thing and having a business that is a part of the community. There's a feeling of all being in this together. Small businesses, small musicians, small bands like of this level. It's great that there's a body out there that is helping these musicians rightly be paired up with the royalties and publishing rights and the money out there that's owed to them. Anybody out there that's helping these musicians to somehow financially back what they're doing and get what's owed to them is a great help in allowing them to do what they do, which is playing and being here and continuing their careers. At the Cameron, we view our relationship with SOCAN as a partnership. We see us as a team that we come together to help these musicians get what is owed to them, what they deserve. And we're happy and proud to have that sticker at the front door, to have them as partners, to help contribute to getting these musicians what is owed to them, to to allow them to continue what they love to do.
As you can see, the Cameron House clearly understands the importance that live music plays in Toronto's entertainment and cultural scene. And the License to Play Award is a big thank you from SOCAN and our nearly 150,000 songwriters, composers, and music publisher members. I'm proud to present this year's License to Play Award to the iconic Cameron House, and on behalf of all of our members and our more than 300 employees across North America, SOCAN thanks you for making sure that the people behind the songs are compensated fairly for their extraordinary talent and their hard work. So congratulations to Cosmo and his team at the Cameron House.
I want to thank my mom and my uncle who opened this place almost 40 years ago. The Cameron House is just a little room. There's not much more to it than that, other than the people who fill it. So thank you to my staff, thank you to the regulars and irregulars that frequent it, and first and foremost, the musicians that play there, bartend there, work there, live there. Thank you, and thank you to SOCAN for helping me keep the doors open there.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, our next award is for Agent of the Year, and the winner will get 10% of the trophy. Nah, that's just a bad joke. This award is sponsored by Live Nation. Let's take a look at the nominees.
In the category Agent of the Year, sponsored by Live Nation, the nominees are Jack Ross, APA Canada; Pompeline Delgado, Indie Montreal; Rob Ziffarelli, Paradigm Talent Agency; Stephanie Purificati, APA Canada; Tom Kemp, The Feldman Agency; Kay White, Trick or Treat Agency.
Your winner, Rob Ziffarelli, Paradigm Talent Agency. My agent. Nice to see you.
Pleasure. Thanks for all the support in the Canadian music industry. Thanks to our staff. Thank you to my staff. Thanks to Paradigm. And let me repeat, thanks to all my friends in this room who would have voted for me. Appreciate it.
You know, David Letterman's beard is looking for a new agent, just in case you're interested. And now, ladies and gentlemen, because I really have to find a men's room, please direct your attention to the screens as we give out our next round of awards.
In the category AV Production Company of the Year, the winner is Metalworks Production Group. In the category Production Manager of the Year, Festival Concert, the winner is Vanessa Arscott, Plan 5 Productions. In the category Road Warrior of the Year, Tour Manager, the winner is Karen Keeks Weigold, July Talk. In the category Brand Music Program of the Year, the winner is Live at Massey Hall, presented by TD in partnership with SiriusXM. In the category New Touring Artist of the Year, the winner is Daniel Caesar.
Well, congratulations to all the winners. And next, we have the award for Manager of the Year, and it's sponsored by ACC. You know, I, proud Canadian, of course, been in the U.S. since the 70s, and I've learned down there, you know, here in Canada, our pronunciation, of course, impeccable, British grammar and everything. Down there, not so much. For instance, I have one of these representatives, but I've learned to call him, as they refer to them in the U.S., manager. My manager. Not manager, manager. So I think, would you indulge me for the rest of the day? Let's not say manager anymore. Let's just say it as they say it in the U.S. Can I hear everybody say manager? You say it. Manager. There you go. You see, you're honorary Americans. Ladies and gentlemen, please, for the Manager of the Year award, direct your attention to the screens as we take a look at the nominees.
In the category Manager of the Year, sponsored by the Air Canada Centre, the nominees are Ashley Poitvin, Last Gang Management; Chris Taylor, Entertainment One; Piers Henwood and Nick Blasco, Amelia Artists Inc.; Sandy Pandya, Pandemonium Management; Shauna DeCartier and Helen Britton, Six Shooter; Tony Sal, The Weeknd, Sal & Co.
And the award for Manager of the Year, Ashley Poitvin, Last Gang Management. Well, Ashley could not be here tonight, but we have a video message from her. Let's take a look.
So I'm in London, England, with my favorite people right now, and just got some news that might have won an award that I appreciate a lot. I understand my peers and friends voted for it, and it means a lot to me. And it's important that I say that it takes an army to do this, and I'm so happy to be here with my partner Chris and my favorite guys who just killed it at the Roundhouse. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say that I wish Lightsy was here too, because I know she's one of my biggest supporters and I love her dearly. But thank you to everybody who voted. I appreciate it so much.
As I look at Ashley, I need a new manager. Let's keep the evening going now and present our next award. This one is for Festival Buyer of the Year. Here are the nominees.
The nominees for Festival Buyer of the Year are Evenco, Montreal, Quebec; La Festival d'été de Québec, Quebec City, Quebec; Live Nation, Toronto, Ontario; MRG, Canada; RBC Blues Fest, City Folk, Festival of Small Halls, Ottawa, Ontario; Rifflandia, Victoria, BC.
And the Festival Buyer of the Year, Live Nation. Here you are.
Where's Mark Russell? He left. Jeez. Okay, well, thank you very much again on behalf of. It's kind of great because we have marketing, ticketing, production, everybody here, and although it's, this is a specific award. There's a massive team behind everybody that does this. So thank you very much. It's great. Thank you.
Great. You're marvelous. You are marvelous. No, really, you are. Now, ladies and gentlemen, comes the Legends of Live Award. You know, in the music industry, they say those who can't play become suits. But I say those who can play are the best suits of all. One of our two presenters, Ralph James, put in plenty of time on the road himself as the bass player for a legendary can-con band called Harlequin. And now this guy is a 5-time Canadian Music Week Agent of the Year and the first agent to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. And with Ralph is one of the most respected figures in the Canadian music publishing industry. While in the private sector, he played a key role in developing the international success of tonight's honorees. So to present the Legends of Live Award, please welcome APA's Ralph James and the man who explained to me the meaning of the soft seat venue, the Chief Membership Officer of SOCAN, Michael McCarty.
They gave me a script, but in keeping with the Billy Talent tradition, I thought I would not follow a script. That's the way this band has done everything. They've done everything their own way since the beginning. A highly unusual band that has made a huge impact worldwide, and it's been my absolute honor to be involved with them since the beginning. They are the real deal.
Likewise, it's a total honor to have been involved with this band. Not only are they legends live, but they're legends as people. Four of the greatest people you'll ever meet in your life. Just want to tell one anecdote. I'll never forget the day I met them. Gavin Brown brought a demo into my office, and I really liked it. We said, let's go see them in rehearsal. Went down to the rehearsal studio, and it was about a 5x5 room, and they played like they were playing in a stadium. And I asked Gavin, and during the song, I went over and said, "They always practice like this?" And he said, "Yes." And not only, John, Aaron, and Ian were rocking out, but Ben Ben was throwing himself against the door between lines. I thought he was going to get a concussion. I wanted him to stop. And that's why I knew I had to sign them. So it's only fitting that these guys are live, legends of live.
Just to add to that, if I think something's loud, it must be loud. And that rehearsal hall was unbelievable. Anyway, proud to be standing up here with Michael, and these guys absolutely deserve this honor. Please welcome Billy Talent.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks. Weird. So in 1996, so John recently was at his sister's house and was going through boxes and discovered this Ziploc. And as every good story starts and ends in a Ziploc, yeah, exactly. So here we go. So this was, we had no money. We were broke. We grew up in Streetsville and Meadowvale, Mississauga. And, we had that dream. We started in 93. So this is our 25th year this summer, which is fucking insane. Thank you. Anyway, so we decided that in our best interest, we would make a tape, which we had made, a tape. And we couldn't afford, so our band back then, we were called Pez, was the name of the band. And we couldn't afford Pez, so we got lollipops. And so we walked around. CMW gave us the opportunity to play that year in '96. And so I'll bore you with our horrible bio. But the last line was, Pez, who have been chosen to play the Canadian Music Week Festival in 1996, are continually writing songs, selling shirts and tapes, and playing shows in hopes to achieve recognition on a larger scale in the Canadian music industry. And here we fucking are. So that's it's very poetic in a lot of different ways. But we'd be remiss not to go back to the early years and reminiscing. We've been talking lately about how lucky and fortunate we are, and hard work and dedication, but also the people you meet and the alliances that you form with people. And so we have to take a second to go back and to thank William New, who used to book us at Elvis Mondays at the El Macombo, to Dan Burke, that also used to book us at the El Macombo, and but he used to pay us. Remember we opened for the Zoo Bombs? And anyway, and he paid us in beer, but we're still waiting for the case of fucking beer. And also to Yvonne Matsill, who booked us at Ted's Wrecking Yard for so many years. And Elliot Lefko, who was giving us opening slots when he really shouldn't have given us opening slots. But he did, thanks, El. And obviously to Dave Bookman, Craig Lasky, and Jeff Cohen at the Horseshoe for the million new music nights that we played. And obviously to our label and everyone at Warner Canada for taking the leap of faith on us way back in the day. And to Ralph James and Lorraine, who without them, we'd be fucking, yeah. And also we just want to say, Canadian Music Week is a wonderful thing, and it provides a wonderful, healthy platform for bands and artists to play. But also we got to keep in mind, there are so many, we're very spoiled living in this city, all the venues. We have to, as a community and as a music community from grassroots, we have to start nurturing and supporting and going and finding and providing these platforms and these places and venues for bands and artists to play. And it's really fucking important because we've lost so many good venues, from like the Ultrasound to the 360 to the Silver Dollar to, the Ted's Wrecking Yard. For fuck's sakes, Ted's Wrecking Yard is closed. You know what I mean? Like, we have to together support local music, go see the live band, go buy the t-shirt, go buy a beer, and keep this industry and this music scene, which is the best in the fucking world, alive for years to come. So, thank you, thank you. And thank you, these guys. And thanks you to our wives and our, for putting up with us being on the road for our whole fucking life. And thank you to everyone in here who voted for us and for the acknowledgement. It really, it doesn't go, we take it very seriously. So thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Now, for our last award presentation of the evening, I have the honor to present the Canadian Music City of the Year Award. I'm not sure if Thunder Bay is in the running. Maybe next year, though. Let's take a look at who is. Here are the nominees.
The nominees for Music City of the Year are Calgary, Alberta, Halifax, Nova Scotia, London, Ontario, Montreal, Quebec, Toronto, Ontario, Vancouver, BC.
The winner is Toronto, Ontario.
Wow. You put the city councilor on after Billy Talent. No pressure at all. Thank you, Paul Schaefer. I think Thunder Bay is next year. But you know, it's such an honor to be here and actually to be amongst all of you. I'm Josh Cole. I'm a city councilor in the city of Toronto. I'm the chair of our Music Advisory Council. And really, I get the pleasure of kind of dipping into your world and to kind of seeing the amazing magic you weave every day in this city. And whether you're a club owner or an artist or a promoter, you do amazing things, not to only add to the economy of this city, but you make it the lifeblood, and really it's the breath and pulse of Toronto that's made by people in this room. And so I really want to thank everyone in this room for doing everything they do to make Toronto, I think, the best music, I guess to quote the speech from Billy Talent, the best fucking music city in the world. But we're, you know, on behalf of Mayor Tory and all of City Council, we know we have a ton of work to do. We don't want to see venues lost, and we want to make sure that this is a city that artists can actually live and work and get paid in. And I think that's the work we continue to do, and that's the work that we're going to do on your behalf. And so thank you so much for this. Thank you for all you do, and we'll keep working hard on your behalf. Thanks so much.
It's been a wonderful afternoon. I'm so proud of Canada and the live music industry here. You know, I started playing up there when the town was called Fort William and Port Arthur, and I remember opening for the Trogs. This is the band that sang Wild Thing in about 1967, and there was no production, there was nothing. There was ice, plywood, stage, that's it. Then later in the 80s, I went back and I sat in with Corey Hart. You remember, I wear my sunglasses. And it was like I was in the the garden, Madison Square Garden, a huge thing. Everything had changed. Thunder Bay was a real music city, and Canada is definitely a music country. And we owe it all to you people right here. You know, we have a thriving music industry, live music industry. Venues are fantastic, worldwide, competitive. Everything is happening. And it's been a thrill to MC this thing for you guys today. Thanks so much.